Project Equability, Equality Based on Ability.
In today's world, equal work opportunities for PWDs have been a widespread problem. Institutions have high expectations or standards when hiring employees where one should have a minimum educational attainment because a diploma and good scores have always been thought to be a reflection of competence, capability, and diligence, which makes them a more suitable candidate for employment. Though the Philippines has already implemented the Republic Act 7277, which is a law that guarantees PWDs equal access to education, it is still a constant struggle for them to obtain a quality education due to the constant stigma that they face. Furthermore, lack of inclusive schools is still a common problem in the Philippines, as many still do not have adequate accommodation and support for students with disabilities. There are many more barriers that a student with disabilities must face for them to be able to thrive. With that being said, PWDs would have a hard time obtaining quality education, leading to more employment problems. In addition to this, discrimination towards PWD employment is still prominent in the country. All these would result in a widespread unemployment of PWDs.
Work or employment is important because it is a source of income for people to be able to pay for their basic needs. Work participation also helps people to develop or enhance their skills, expand their social networks, and build a solid foundation in advancing their goals in future. People with disabilities in the Philippines experience low improvement in their quality of life because of the few job opportunities set for them. The average percentage of companies who hire PWDs range from 10 to 15%, which happens due to the limitations in terms of workplace, environment, or certain capabilities despite qualifying the skills demanded by an employer. PWDs are more exposed to vulnerability to poverty because of the extra costs related to their disability. Yet, despite their disabilities, they still acquire the potential which remains untapped or unrecognized and further leaves the majority of them to live in poverty, dependence, and social exclusion. There are costs associated with societies excluding PWDs from the world of work, such as their potential for productivity are left unrecognized, costs of disability benefits and pensions, and implications for their families and carers. Costs that countries might face are around 1 to 7% of GDP, according to the estimation of International Labor Organization. Thus, promotion for equal opportunities and inclusivity for PWDs is central to social and economic development.
We proceed now to the methodology or the action plan of our organization. For the first step, we will establish an organization that would, number 1, conduct basic work skills training or workshops specific to the PWD skills and to the demands of work with the help of occupational therapists. Number 2 is to assign or designate a job for each PWD employee that would both match the company's demands and the PWD's current skills. And number 3, to create a job-seeking website specifically for PWDs that will include a list of jobs available that hire PWDs. For easy application of the PWDs, the needed work skills of a specific job are also enlisted in the website. Next step would be to interview and collaborate with companies who hire PWD employees and ask them about their purpose for hiring them. The companies we have in mind are Elite, Fruitless Ice Candy, Pizza Hut, Starbucks, and Overdose. The third step would be to partner up with various PWD associations in the Philippines to gather PWDs who are interested in working. The PWDs associations in the Philippines we have in mind are Life Haven Incorporated and Alay sa May Kapansanan Association Incorporated. And lastly, we would look for companies or organizations who would like to sponsor the assistive technology devices of PWDs to help them in their work participation. These include hearing aids and wheelchairs. Based on our research, DSWD and Alay sa May Kapansanan Association Incorporated are some of the organizations that offer sponsorship for providing assistive devices. Doing this action plan will already be a big step in providing equal job opportunities for the PWD community.
Collaboration strategies. How can the viewers, investors, NGOs, LGUs, national and international bodies help? Help through providing financial aid to start up the company or agency. A company could not start without a capital, in the same way that an idea would not come into reality if there's no means to execute it. Getting financial support would skyrocket the company's service quality, and it would also mean good facilities and amenities as well. Contribute to the PWD community through volunteering or providing assistance for sponsorship and partnerships. Help develop the Philippines economy by providing more opportunities and jobs for the vulnerable population, and partner with companies to hire a specific number of PWDs. By promoting inclusivity, it will also bring the Filipino society to accept PWDs and break the stigma.
Discrimination of PWDs, especially in many job opportunities, tend to be prominent in the country. They have been excluded in the society and are more vulnerable to poverty as their job opportunities are lower compared to persons without disabilities. All people deserve to have a job and work, especially when they are qualified for the position regardless of their limitation. Job and work is very important as it could be a source of income for all people. It also enhances one's skills and abilities through experience and it widens their social networks. Giving PWDs equal opportunities in jobs and work not only benefits them but also the society. There is a significant effect that PWDs contribute to societies and its economy. As a viewer, investor, or even NGOs, LGUs, and national and international bodies, how could you help in addressing the stigma? One could help through providing financial aid or assistance, providing PWDs assistance for sponsorship and partnerships, providing more opportunities and jobs, and partnering with companies to hire a specific number of PWDs. One could also look for or be a sponsor that could provide IoT devices to help PWDs in their work participation. Lastly, you could support and provide assistance to our project in which it aims to build an organization that would conduct basic skills training and workshops for PWDs. This project would focus not only on improving their skills and capabilities, but also matching it to the demands of the companies in order to achieve optimal functioning in their work participation. We should promote inclusivity as it will help the Filipino society accept PWDs that would break the stigma. Ending this presentation with a phrase from a World Economic Forum that says, "Being disabled is an expensive way of life that one does not choose." Once again, this is Project Equability, equality based on ability.